There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize that their greatest battles are not fought in the world around them, but in the silence of their own mind. It's not the words of others that destroy you, not the setbacks that crush you, but the way you react to them. Every time you allow something small to get under your skin, every time you lose your peace over something you cannot control, you give away your power. You let the world dictate your emotions, your focus, your energy. But the truth, the deep truth known by those who've mastered themselves, is that strength doesn't come from avoiding problems, it comes from controlling your response to them. The mentally strong aren't people who live easier lives. They face storms, disappointments, betrayals, just like everyone else. The difference is they've learned not to let those moments define them. They've developed a mindset so steady, so composed, that chaos no longer shakes them. They walk through the same fire others fear, but they emerge untouched because they've trained their minds to act as if nothing bothers them. To act as if nothing bothers you is not about pretending you don't feel. It's not about being numb or cold. It's about mastering your emotions so completely that you no longer allow external events to disturb your internal peace. You learn to observe life, not react to it. To move with intention, not impulse. This is what separates the easily shaken from the unshakable. Every day, the world throws distractions your way. Comments, criticism, rejection, failure, envy, delays, and disappointments. And most people allow these things to steal their peace. They replay insults in their minds. They let small inconveniences ruin their mood. They chase validation from people who don't even understand their journey. But the ones who rise above all that, the ones who truly master life, are those who no longer dance to the rhythm of external noise. They create their own rhythm. They choose calm when others choose chaos. They choose control when others choose reaction. They choose focus when others choose frustration. Imagine for a moment walking through your day completely unaffected. The traffic doesn't irritate you. The rude comment doesn't sting. The rejection doesn't make you doubt yourself. You move through life with quiet confidence because you've trained your mind to understand one thing: your peace is too valuable to hand over to anyone or anything. That's what acting as if nothing bothers you truly means. Reclaiming your inner world. Because when you stop reacting to every little thing, something amazing happens. Life begins to obey you. The world bends in your favor. You begin to radiate authority without ever raising your voice. People can sense it, that calm, grounded energy of someone who can't be shaken. You stop being predictable. You stop being manipulated. You become, in every sense of the word, untouchable. Now, how do you develop this? It starts with understanding that your emotions are not commands, they are signals. You don't have to obey every feeling that rises within you. You can feel anger without acting on it. You can feel fear without surrendering to it. You can feel doubt without allowing it to dictate your choices. The problem is that most people never train for emotional control. They let their feelings lead them like a dog chasing every noise. They explode when criticized, panic when plans change, and crumble when things go wrong. But if you want to become unshakable, you must train your mind the same way an athlete trains their body, through daily practice. Start by mastering the pause. In every moment of tension, before reacting, stop and ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? Will this matter in a year? Is my reaction serving my long-term goals, or am I simply feeding my emotions? 9 times out of 10, you'll realize it's not worth it. By choosing silence, you regain control. You build mental armor. Think about it. Most people who lose their composure don't do it because of catastrophic events. They lose it over the small things, a harsh tone, a small inconvenience, a negative comment. But when you train yourself to remain still amidst the small storms, you prepare yourself to face the larger ones with power. You don't break, you bend. You don't react, you respond. Visualization is another key to building this power. Every morning, see yourself as calm, focused, and emotionally unshakable. Picture yourself walking through challenges with quiet confidence. Feel that strength within you before life tests it. The mind is powerful. It becomes whatever image you feed it most. If you consistently visualize yourself as someone who cannot be rattled, over time, that image becomes your identity. There's a silent power and composure that words can never match. People are drawn to those who remain calm in chaos. They trust them. They follow them. Because calmness signals mastery. It signals wisdom. It says, I am in control of myself, and therefore I am in control of my world. You see, true power is not in domination, but in discipline. The world respects those who can stay still when others panic. Because when everyone else is losing their heads, the one who remains calm becomes the anchor, the one who holds the ground. But emotional control doesn't mean suppression. It means balance. It's not about avoiding feelings, it's about understanding them. When you detach from your emotions, you don't stop caring, you just stop letting your emotions make decisions for you. You become the master, not the servant. In a heated argument, for example, most people are desperate to win. They argue, they shout, they defend. But those who've mastered detachment realize that the need to respond is itself a trap. Silence, in many cases, is the most powerful response. Because when you stop reacting, you rob others of their control over you. You starve negativity of the attention it craves. You don't have to respond to every attack. You don't have to explain yourself to every critic. You don't have to fight every battle, especially those that cost you your peace. Understand this: silence is not weakness, it is strategy. When you stop explaining and start executing, your results begin to speak louder than your words ever could. The strongest people don't announce their plans. They don't boast about their progress. They build quietly. They move in silence, because real power doesn't shout, it shows. That's how leaders operate. That's how warriors live. Calm, measured, intentional. They're not reacting to the world, they're directing it. They don't chase recognition, they chase mastery. While everyone else is screaming for attention, they're focused on becoming unshakable from within. But here's the truth you must embrace. Calmness doesn't come naturally. It's forged through discomfort. You only build inner peace by exposing yourself to the things that once disturbed you and choosing not to flinch. You build strength by confronting irritation, fear, and failure without collapsing. The more you face the chaos without reacting, the more unbothered you become. It's like a muscle. Every time you resist the urge to react, that muscle strengthens. Every time you pause instead of panicking, you grow more powerful. The more you practice emotional detachment, the less control the world has over you. Think of pressure. It reveals who you truly are. Some people crumble under it, others rise. The difference is preparation. The mentally strong don't expect life to be easy. They expect resistance. They welcome it as training. They understand that the storm isn't their enemy, it's their test. When you stop wishing for comfort and start preparing for challenge, nothing surprises you anymore. You stop being a reactor, you become a strategist. You learn to breathe through stress, to remain calm when others are breaking down. You begin to understand that pressure isn't punishment, it's preparation for greater strength. And when you let go of trying to control everything, that's when peace truly begins. Because most suffering comes from attachment to people, to outcomes, to expectations. We demand that life move according to our plans, and when it doesn't, we feel pain. But the mentally strong know that control is an illusion. The only thing you ever truly control is yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, your focus. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging. You stop trying to force outcomes that are beyond your power. You trust that whatever happens, you'll adapt. Because peace doesn't come from perfection, it comes from presence, from knowing you'll handle whatever comes your way. And here's the secret most never learn. When you master your emotions, you master your life. When you stop reacting to every wave, you learn how to sail through any storm. You stop being at the mercy of the world, and the world starts to move according to your steadiness. That's why the calmest person in the room always holds the real power, because their composure changes the atmosphere. Acting as if nothing bothers you doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means facing reality with strength. It means understanding that you can't always control what happens, but you can always control how you show up. It means choosing peace even when chaos surrounds you. Every insult you ignore, every delay you endure with patience, every setback you meet with discipline, those are victories. Those are moments when you take your power back from the world. Over time, that power compounds. It becomes presence. It becomes confidence. It becomes mastery. So if you want to stand out in this world, don't aim to be loud. Don't aim to be perfect. Aim to be unshakable. Because in a world that reacts to everything, the one who can stay calm under pressure becomes unstoppable. There's a quiet kind of dominance in those who act as if nothing bothers them. People can't figure them out. They're not predictable, not easily influenced. They radiate strength without aggression, confidence without arrogance, calmness without apathy. And that's the ultimate level of self-mastery, to reach a point where peace is your default state. Not because life is easy, but because you've decided that nothing outside of you is worth losing your inner stability for. When you master this mindset, you become magnetic. Opportunities flow towards you. People trust you. Challenges no longer intimidate you. You move with power, not panic. You stop fighting life and start flowing with it. You stop being controlled and start commanding. The moment you learn to act as if nothing bothers you, truly, deeply, unshakably, that's the moment life stops controlling you and starts obeying you. Because power isn't loud. Strength isn't in reaction. It's in restraint. It's in stillness. It's in the quiet mind that says, I decide how I feel. I decide how I respond. I decide what deserves my energy. And when you reach that level, you'll understand what true freedom feels like. You'll understand what it means to be untouchable.